I'm going to record now. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today is week 18. We are done with our lesson and we start our revision today on our database lesson. Okay. So let's go to our slide. Okay, can you see my screen? Can all of you see my screen?
Yes.
You can? Can? Okay. Can you see this PowerPoint?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Just only say
I can-
yes. Yes. Alright, like yes. Okay. Let's go for the aim. We all know already what's the aim. I mean, if you don't know, let me just remind you. Okay. What is our aim for this lesson? Okay. Our aim is to know what is database for you to be able to use database. Okay. In case if any of you are going to, to take IGCSE, you have database. Okay. I think in your paper 3, if I'm not mistaken. And mostly what you will learn here, you will learn that also in grade 11 and a bit advanced, just a bit more. Okay, but if you have learned here and if you have paid attention to my lesson here, then you won't have any problem doing database in grade 11. And also from what I know, everywhere you go now, prerequisite for you if you are going to join your university or whatsoever, you need ICT. Whoever did ICT here in the school, they always come back and tell me, luckily teacher, we have learned our ICT in the school. Okay, so we want to know what is database. Okay, is that clear? Clear so far? Who's not clear with what I say I in the chat. Okay, clear. Crystal clear.
Clear.
Okay, good. So we want to learn what is database, and we want to know also the basic component of database. Okay. Basic component. You all know component. Okay. The keyword that we have here, of course, database. What else? What is in database? What is in database? Okay, we open database. What is in database? What do we do with database? What can we do
Collect
with database?
information.
Huh?
You collect information.
Okay, you collect information. In TSA, we collect information. And India, what do we do with database? In TSA, collect information. Lily? Where's Lily? Why? Lily?
Teacher, what's the question?
You were not paying attention. That's why I asked you to turn on the camera.
Database for?
What can you do with database? What is what are the things that you can find in database? What are the things that you can do with database? First, you open database, and then what did you see in database? What can you do? In PSA to collect information.
Records. We see the records that we have.
Sorry, louder, baby.
The records that we have.
Records that you have. Okay, what do you do with records that you have? Adlia? Where's Adlia?
Yes.
Adlia.
Yes.
Okay. What can you do with database? Can you all? Sorry?
What we can do with the database?
Yeah. I mean, when you open
We
the
can
database,
organize.
you can organize, yes. What else?
We can make records, to remember stuff.
You can make record. What
To
else?
remember stuff.
To remember stuff. Okay, now let's go back to Imtiaz answer. Okay, Imtiaz say we can collect data. Okay, can you collect data? If let's say you don't have database, can you collect data? Because my question is, what can you do with database? Okay. Okay, Afif. You can rejoin. Yeah. Okay. If let's say you don't have database, can you still collect data?
You store data in a database.
You store data in database, but you can still collect data even though you don't have database. Okay. How do you collect data? How do you collect data? In order for you to create a database, you have to collect data, okay? Because database is being used to store the data that you have collected. So how do you collect the data?
It depends on the type of data you're trying to find.
Okay, Lily say forms. Zaid, again, what's your answer?
It depends on the type of data you're supposed to find or something.
Yeah, depends on the type of data. Mostly, okay, let's go back to the answer that Lily gave. Mostly the data that you get are from forms. Usually we get it from forms, okay? Usually from forms, be it from online or on the paper, okay? On paper. So these are few things. Actually, there are many ways for you to collect data. If you go to grade 10 IGCSE later, there'll be one topic for you, okay? How to collect data, okay? There are 4 ways, but we don't have to go there yet. Usually, we will not go in depth over that. Just we can get data, we can collect data through first, through interview, through looking at people, how they work. Okay, so when you look, some people, when they are working, people are observing them, or their superior will be observing them. That is one thing. Another one is by interviewing. Okay, let's say I go, I want to know something. Okay, so I will go and I will ask each person or a group, something like that. Or filling in the form, okay, questionnaire. Another one is checking the old documents. Okay, by checking the old documents, that are among the way that you can collect data. Okay, but you will learn this in detail when you go to grade 10. Yes. Okay. So that is one thing. Okay, that is how you collect data. Okay. So when you collect data, okay, when you collect data and you have all your data already and you want to gather your data in the database. Okay. Huh? This is database. I'm so sorry. Okay. Someone is learning how to read nowadays and she's questioning why are the spelling not the same with how you pronounce it. This is data. D-A-T-A. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's how English people do. You know, they are confused with their life. That's why. Okay. I have class. Today I have class. Right? Okay. Yeah, English. Luckily, do we have any student from US here? You know, luckily you don't have, right?
No,
Okay, good.
some call it database or something.
Yeah, she's questioning why data. You know, when we say data, why it's not DETA? Why it should be DATA? Should be DETA.
There's more to spelling than just spelling how it sounds.
That's the thing. How do you explain
There's
that
like-
to
there's
5-year-old
like-
student?
Letters for each sound.
That's the thing. No, she's just questioning. She's learning how to read nowadays. Okay, come on. Let's go back to our lesson. Hi, Yasmin. Hi. Okay. Okay, now we are done with this. What is database? So what can you do with database? So once you open your database software, which we use Access, okay, we use Access in our school. Ubay, Ubay, where do we have Ubay here? Ubay, Ubay. Okay, in our school we use Access, okay, but I have one more software. I don't really. Okay, this is an open software. Okay, open software which is as good as Access. Okay, as good as who's creating Windows apps, whatever. Because this software, I mean, are being created by all of the great programmers. Why you die? By don't die now here. I have to do report later if you die in my class. Some other times, okay? Not during my class. Again, so you have how to say I mean, let's go back to the software. There are other software that you can use also. It's called Open Office. Okay, it's called Open Office. Let me just start here. I have class with you. Come on. Open. So Open Office is also good as I would say exactly the same like Microsoft Office. It's being created by those who are it's being created by those great programmers also, okay, which don't believe in paying the software if you need to use it. So they create Open Office in order to help people you know, who wants to use the software when they don't have money, because sometimes you have to pay, right? So Open Office also is quite good. But Open Office also is quite good. You can use. The problem with Open Office is I have one problem. I cannot integrate with the data that I have created with Access. That's all. It doesn't go in. I have tried, okay, many times. It just doesn't. It's like when you use Open Office, you have to start from the, let's say, like the software that I create, like the database that I created here. I fill in the data for you to do your exercise, right? So this one you cannot use. You have to create this yourself. Like you have to start from scratch, okay? With Open Office. Then you can use. I have class with you. Yeah. So this is Open Office, yeah. What you can do with Open Office is actually who don't have Microsoft Word, I mean no, Microsoft Access, you can try to download this, and then you can, let's say if you have to do some exercises or some question paper, you can try using Open Office, because usually the past year papers and all that, you have to start from zero, isn't it? You have to start from scratch. You have to create your own database and tables and everything. So with that, you can. Okay. But if I give you any question like this, any database like this, for you to do your own, for you to do the query exercise, filter and all, it's going to be difficult for you. So am I clear? Is it clear? Whatever I'm explaining to you?
Okay.
Clear? Clear. Ubay, clear? So go Ubay, try to open this. I think we have Zamzami also. Please download Open Office. But don't ask me, teacher, how come this doesn't work and that doesn't work? I'm not into that. Of course, some features will not be working. They are not compatible. Like you can't really transfer or you can't really export your data from Excel to Open Office. No, cannot do that. Okay. Apa dek? Ada lagi kat bawah. Sorry ya. Can you go? I have class already. Okay. So this is about database. And what are the software that you use? Okay. So let's go back to more things that you can do with database. Okay. In PSA, you can collect data and you can store data in database. Okay. How do you store data in database? What do you use to store data in database? What are the features in database that can you use to store the data?
Tables. Tables.
Tables, so clear. Right? The answer is there. Oh my God. Dewi. Dewi here? Dewi? Are you drinking coffee, Dewi? Hey. Dewi. Dewi is not answering. Dewi is still sleepy perhaps. Sleeping. Mahdi. Let's go to Mahdi now. Mahdi. 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 No, Mahdi also is not answering. I go to Tabassum now. Tabassum. How come nobody is answering? Okay. You sleep now. Okay. We have database, okay. And database, we can use table to store the data. Okay. What are the main features of a table?
It fits all of the important things.
Yeah. Table fits all. Showing off.
You can sort information.
Yes. Hush. I have class. Okay. So you can sort things. These are the things that you can do. Okay, first. Okay, in order to create table, okay, what are you supposed to do first?
Collect information.
Collect, yes, you collect. And then you start to store your data, right? Inside the table.
Fields.
Okay, inside the field. You store the data inside the field or in record?
Any.
Okay, say you have the table. In order to create the table, you have to create what first? What are the things that you have to identify first?
The type of information that you're storing.
I know, type of information. What do you call that thing? Look at my slide, the one that I give you. The answer is there. Muzna, when you want to create table, what are the things that you have to identify first? Do you have Muzna here? I bet maybe some of you are watching another window, either movies or YouTube or game.
Or game video.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling none of you are answering.
Video game. On TV.
Muzna?
Watching TV.
Teacher, do we rejoin after the meeting finishes?
No, when it's finished, then it's finished because we will continue tomorrow. Maybe with the tomorrow we'll continue with other slide. Don't worry, we have enough time. Muzna, oh my time just finished calling your name. Oh my God. Okay. Tomorrow, if you don't enable your video, just like today, even though I asked you to, you are not coming to my class. New things. And if I call your name, you don't answer, bye-bye. Okay, so when you, because literally you don't respect the class, okay? In order for you to learn, you have to learn to respect your class. Okay, Yasmin. Yasmin is there. Hi, Yasmin. Okay, So when you create database, okay, in order for you have to create table, okay? Yeah, why everyone don't talk? Jibril, yeah, Jibril. Jibril is there. Jibril, Jibril. Before you create table, what are the things that you are supposed to identify in order for you to create table? Hello, Jibril. Jibril also doesn't talk if I ask after this. See? Oh. Okay, the answer is field. You have to identify the field. Then only you can add your record. Zaid. You missed this, Zaid.
I
Okay?
missed it, sorry.
Yes. Okay, you have to create the field first. Then you can add the record.
I thought it was the other way around. I had it mixed up, sorry.
You can never add record first if you don't create the field. You have to create the field, then you can add record. And before you create the field, you have to identify what are the data. Data what?
Data.
What? Data? Sorry, data what?
Data type.
The data types. Here. Okay. First, you have to create the field. You can see, right, my screen. Can you see my screen?
I can see it.
Right? Okay. First, you create the field name. And then you identify the data type. After you assign, I cannot, Imtiaz is showing off. Okay, fine. After you are done with that, make sure you save all the work, change your view. Sorry. Then you have your database, and then you can add your data. Then you have one table. So this is one table we have. This is one more table that we have. One more table that we have, and one more table that we have. Okay. So in database, we can have up to 100 tables. Yeah, like 124 tables, like what my daughter said. And then it can be linked to each other. Okay. You have to have relationship. You can create a relationship. Okay. Jibril, what are the things that you can't relate here? Oh, Jibril. Okay, Anindya. Is Anindya here? Dewi is sleeping. Muzna, okay. Anindya is here, good. Okay, when you create your database, okay, in the field name, you are supposed to assign one key. What is that called? I'm giving you clue here.
Primary key.
Yes, primary key. Okay, primary key. What is so special about primary key? Let me find someone else to answer this.
Is it like a unique key? Or like
You say unique
the
key.
only
What
one?
about yeah, Vito? What about Vito? Come on. Dania. Zaid say it's unique key. Come on, Dania. Do we have Dania here? Dania?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is primary key actually?
A primary key is I would describe it as an identification card. So every, like for example, a book has an ISBN number. Yeah. So every item has a specific, like a number that is only applied to one thing.
Correct. Okay. So both of the answer are correct. Okay. Zaid say okay, Zaid say it's unique key. Yes, it's unique key, which The explanation, Dania gave it. Okay, which identify you as you. Okay, like when Dania give example of ISBN number. ISBN number is like the identification cards for the book. Okay, so you know that book is with this title, with this number only. Okay, so any unique things about you, usually you will assign it as the primary key. Example for students, do you have any?
The ID. Yeah, we have an ID.
Yeah, student ID. So that usually will be assigned as your primary key. Any field that is so special for you. Okay. So that is so special that will identify you as you. Okay. That will identify you as you. Okay. Any questions so far? We have 3 minutes more. Okay, I'm going to end up this class. We are almost done today. As for the keyword of the database, because if you don't know this, later on, if I continue with my lesson here, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so from here, from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you will know. This is a very basic thing. Let's say after this, okay, we are going to create this table. You know already what's a table. Okay. So tomorrow we'll go to example
So tomorrow,
what is database. Tomorrow right we have class. So we have lah.
yeah,
Right. So we'll see.
Tomorrow is holiday.
Ya ke? Is it?
yeah, Wesak Day.
Yeah.
Holiday?
Wednesday.
Wesak, I think, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Wesak Day.
Wesak.
Tomorrow.
Holiday. Whew.
Naman bando Wesak. Nah.
It's okay then. In that case, you complete your assignment first, your project first and send. And then the next week, we'll go to database, example, and how to create database. No worries. And then we go to query and filter. That is another important thing, okay? So let's go back to what, if you're happy and you clap your hand. Yes, okay, whatever it is. Okay. Samir is answering. When I talk about holiday, Samir say let's go. Okay, what are the things that we did today? Come on. Can someone please answer me? We have 30
Recapping
seconds.
today, are we reviewing what we did today?
Yeah.
We learned about the keywords and the base things about the database and access.
Okay, base thing about
You also told us about an alternative to access that is just as good. And we learned about like other additional stuff like unique keys and stuff.
Okay, good. This is from
And what the
Guy.
table consists of and what you need to do first in order to make a record. Make a field first,
Okay.
then you can do a record.
Okay, good. So our class will end anytime here. I'll just let it run. If it ends, then it ends. Okay, it ends. So I'll be seeing you next week, inshallah. So far, please complete the project that I gave you, yeah? Okay, we have less than 1 minute. I hope you don't waste your time or you don't delay in doing your work. Okay? So the next class, please check your camera and your mic. And please log in with your name. Okay. Now Haris is talking. Yeah, now Haris is talking. Look at Haris. Haris is so quiet in the classes now. Suddenly he's talking. Okay. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here. And